If you want to be confident talking to anyone, but you are one of those people that is much more on the shy, reserved side of things, don't worry, there is hope for you because I was the shyest kid in high school. My yearbook said something about mastering the art of sarcasm and saying nothing. I hated making small talk with people until I was almost 40, and I, I just, I didn't know. I didn't feel like I had those social skills. But I worked on it. And today I run several social groups, make YouTube videos, talk to anyone, anywhere, and have more friends than anyone I know. Here's how I got there. Firstly, model others who have the skills that you want and ask them for advice. So one of my good friends, Dave, is an incredible networker. When I met him, he seemed to know every single person and everything about them, and he would be able to go, oh, you should meet so-and-so. They are doing the same sort of thing that you're doing. Be able to put people together. And I thought that was just incredible, an absolutely fascinating thing. Another one of the coaches that I follow, Jay Ferrugia, he's a really good strength coach in the US. His social skills are impeccable. Same sort of thing as my mate Dave. So I've got these two models, one that I see online and the other one that I see in person, so I can watch how they do things and listen to anything that they have. I've spoken to my mate Dave multiple times about, how he does it, what I could do better and whatsoever. And you know what? After years and years of practice, I have got to a point where I'm really confident with a lot of that. And now people talk about me the same way that I talked about Dave. So that's really cool because it means everything that I learned and put into practice, I got a result from, and that's exactly the same thing that you can as well. Next one. You've got to study communication skills and then practice them daily. You can't just get magically better at communication overnight. It's learning the subtle nuances of communication, active listening, asking interesting questions. When you're communicating with facial expressions and hand gestures, appearing that you are interested when you are interested, not just looking away distracted at whatever's going on over there, but actually paying attention. Learning how to use your body language in communication, being an open posture, nice and tall, relaxed, changing the tone of your voice or the speed at which you are speaking, pronouncing words clearly. That was a big one for me. So I spent a lot of time traveling in the US and Canada when I was, especially between about ages 30 and 36, 37, I would go over there for like 4 to 6 weeks every year. And the biggest feedback that I got every time I was there is like, they can't understand what I'm saying because I was talking too fast and slurring my words. I wasn't speaking like this. I was speaking way more like this. I was way more monotone. I wasn't really using expressions. It was all just very bland and whatever, but I would speak really, really fast and nobody could really understand what I'd say. Every single word would relay into the next one. It was like Eminem speed rapping on some of the tracks that he does. So with years of practice, I just got better. I'll slow down how I speak at different times. I'll talk a little bit louder and more animated when I'm excited. And there's a range that flows within there. So I've studied these things and then I put it into practice. So next step, spend some time reflecting on how your social interactions played out. So what happened and what you could do better next time. Every time I speak to someone, I walk away from that interaction and think, all right, well, I did well with this, but I really didn't do so well with this. Maybe I can try that a little bit different next time. And for you, that might be overkill, but for me, I have this big dream, and I have had for a very long time, a vision where I just thought that I would be on stage talking in front of people, which even for me back then was completely foreign because I was so shy, quiet, what have you. The funny thing is that happened within years. It wasn't decades or whatever. It was years, and you just, okay, I'm in the limelight. Now I have no problem. If I had to stand on stage and speak in front of thousands of people, yeah, great, no problem. That sounds really exciting. I can do that. But I had to reflect on what I did well and what I didn't do well. And there are still things that I don't do well. And even when I'm recording videos like this, I'll critique myself on the videos. Like, okay, I did that. I could probably change this, this, and this. Or I dropped this sort of thing. I still notice that I say, that still is part of something that I say. Just so little filler words like that get used as well. And I'm working on trying to make that a little bit better. But these are things that I'm aware of. So as I reflect on that, I see where I'm at and I try and work that little bit harder. Because if I can keep getting better, then obviously I'm going to be even more confident. And when you're more confident, it opens doors because people enjoy interacting with you and they want you around. So you get invited to different things because you are someone who is seen as more valuable. You are valuable to the party because you could be the life of the party, or you're talking to all of these people. You're valuable because you are seen as a leader and you can actually communicate to people well and convince them to do some of the things that they may or may not want to do, but it could be a motivating thing as well. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, but you can get better at it. So if you can work on your communication skills a little bit every day, keep working at it, for the long term, you will become a master of communication. You will be that person who can network with people and introduce other people, and doors will open for you. You may feel like you're getting nowhere in the beginning until you hit this point where others will start to say, oh, you're really good at talking to these people. And you'll be like, what are you talking about? I feel really uncomfortable and shy and what have you. That's how much better you've already gotten because other people can notice. They can see where they are and how they communicate, and then they see how you communicate and they're like, oh wow, yeah, okay, that person's got something. So keep working on the magic of communicating with people, learning those skills, and you will gain a huge amount of confidence. And after you have those interactions, that's where the real magic happens, because like I said, doors will open for you that you could not imagine. Now, if you want to learn some of these things, I start going through this in my free 28-day program, and you can just click on the link below and join us. I'll help you design, build, and live your ideal lifestyle, building these great skills along the way. I'll see you there.